in a splash. See what I did there, everybody? That's right, Buster Posey. He likes to pass out fat contracts to players, and he's done it again. Willy Adames, a 7-year, $182 million contract. There's no options in that either, baby. No fucking options. I've already talked enough
What
about
the
it. Thank you.
fuck?
Good night. No options. I kept looking at Sports Track. I'm like, wait, where's the club option or the player option or the
Ugh.
opt out? There is no fucking opt out of this thing. They got him till he's 35 years old. Here's what I'm gonna say
He
about
was
it.
he was a
Go ahead.
3-WAR player last year. I mean, he was the best shortstop on the market, but oh my god.
I have very mixed emotions about this. There's positives and I don't know, it could be more negatives, but here we go. One, I like the fact that the Giants didn't sit on their hands and wait anything out. Because I will tell you, after the Juan Soto signing, which we're going to get to later, happened the next day, and then the Max Fried signing happened after that. But after the Juan Soto signing happened, I wouldn't have been surprised if Willy Adames went to the Yankees or something like that for maybe even more money because they had the money to spend. So the Giants, by getting him off the market before all that other stuff started to shake down, and mainly just because of his offensive numbers, Adames, was probably good. So they've got some much needed power. What I don't like about this trade is it's anti Giants in that he had a 3.1 WAR. Well, the reason his WAR was 3.1 was just because of his offense last year. His defensive WAR is negative 0.7. He was actually behind.
Ooh.
He was actually behind Paul DeYoung and Nicky Lopez on the White Sox in
Oh
defensive
my
WAR.
god.
Yes, I want to put that in perspective. This is not a prototypical Giants move. It seemed that way because everyone's like, oh, he's a 3-point WAR. He's, like you said, he's the best. He was the best shortstop in this class, free agent class, but only because of his offense. He committed 20 errors, and I cringe a little bit at that. Will we like his offensive numbers? Sure, but is that going to be enough to overlook like a key moment of the game and a double play doesn't get turned and a team gets an extra out, and will the Giants
Yeah.
be able to overcome that? I don't know, because that's not the Giants have always their success on the teams that Buster Posey played on for 3 world championships over a 5-year span was solid pitching and solid defense. That was their formula. And that is not what you're getting with Willy Adames, especially by the time he's 35 at the end of this fucking contract.
Yeah.
Again, offensively, he's like a 5-tool guy. He had 32 homers, 112 ribbies, 21 stolen bases, 33 doubles. I'm not going to argue that point. Is
Yeah.
that enough? And is that going to be enough 3 years from now? Is he going to be able to do those numbers 3 years from now? What does that look like? So, like, I questioned this a bit like the Matt Chapman. It's real easy to go out and give a player the deal he wants. It's harder to navigate and be shrewd in your moves to build a balanced team. And I have yet to see that out of Buster Posey. Even if you read his interview, Posey's interview in The Athletic about this, it was like, how did he land Willy Adames? So we just have a really honest conversation about what we wanted and what he wanted, and we made it happen. Okay, well, that was the same situation with your negotiation with Matt Chapman before you got the job. You basically said, "What do you want?" Okay, here you go. So I don't know. I'm not impressed with Buster Posey so far. So we'll see what that looks like down the road. But again, do the Giants need offense? Yeah, hell yeah, they need offense. But I like the idea of I'd give up I'd give up 10 of those home runs for a plus defensive WAR. So I don't know.
And there's the
And that
buzzer.
and that's my closing thoughts on Willy Adames. More interesting news out of Buster Posey was he had a conversation with Madison Bumgarner, Mad Bum, about having a role within the organization. And I started to think before I saw a little more detail on it, what that would look like if, let's just consider Mad Bum in the front office and what a fucking shit show that would look like with how he approaches things with his fiery, I give zero fucks about things attitude. I was relieved to see that it was going to be more of like one of those like advisory roles where he might show up to spring training for 1 week and talk with the young pitchers and give them some advice. So it's not like some major role within the organization. It sounds like it'd be more of an ambassador type role. So,
Okay.
so they made it sound at first, though. The initial reports were like he was going to have some sort of front office role. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't think so.
Mm.
So, um, last thought on the Giants has to do with outgoing Giant Blake Snell. Blake Snell signed a similar contract to Willy Adames, but 2 years less. He got 5 years and $182 million out of the Dodgers. Um,
Good
Congratulations,
for
Blake
Snell.
Snell. Yeah, good for Snell.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm kind of happy for the Dodgers too because it's going to end up with it as a financial albatross eventually. I don't know that it'll affect them at all, but um,
No,
it's
it
interesting.
doesn't matter.
It had a $52 million signing bonus, so he got paid right off the bat.
Wow.
Um, it's got a club option in 2030 for 10 million, but this I didn't see this part talked about in any article. They deferred money $5.5 million a year from 2035 to 2046 for a total of $60.5 million. Basically, from age 42 to 53. Is basically Blake Snell went to the Dodgers and also got a retirement plan out of it.
Yeah. Not a bad plan. My
No,
God.
I'm shocked more players don't do this. When I read that, I said, wow, that is just smart. It's already more money than anyone needs in his yearly
Yeah.
salary of like $35 million a year, right? But then
Yeah.
he's got this backloaded 60.5 million of it's going to come to him after he's probably out of baseball. He doesn't even have
Yeah.
to, you know, obviously, hopefully he's smart enough to be properly invested with all the money he's getting anyway. But he's got this
Yeah.
little
I
nest
think
egg
he'll
of
be all right.
5.5 coming. So, looking down the road at the Dodgers, if they sell the team at some point, you got to wonder, like the backloading, the deferred money, and all these things. I'm so hopeful that it all just comes crashing down in some fiery flame for the Dodgers in future years to come. But um, I did find it interesting that 11 years of deferred money are part of his contract.
Word Hole Media.